Welcome to the Never Yield podcast. Today is Tuesday, June the 2nd. And Andrew, we are officially in the dog days of summer as Razorback fans. How was your weekend, brother?
Yeah, weekend was fine. Did some grilling out, did some just really hung out. We have a neighborhood pool at the new neighborhood, so went to the pool a couple times, watched Arkansas lose a couple times, and yeah, that was the weekend.
Yeah. We watched a lot of baseball this weekend. Watched my kids' baseball, watched the Razorbacks, watched the other games in the regional. Uh, there was one group of baseball that I'm interested in came out winners this week. It was not the Razorbacks. It
Is the
was it was
Cardinals beating the Cubs 2 out of 3?
no, it was
Oh,
my 9-year-old son got a ring this weekend at the tournament.
okay, all
But
right.
it was the Rangers beating the Cardinals tonight, but
Did
tomato,
that happen?
tomato, yeah,
Did that
2 to
already
1.
happen?
2 to 1, tomato, whatever. Who's keeping up? So quit living in 15 years ago, Cardinals fans. But anyways, yeah, so as both expert college baseball analysts on this podcast predicted, Arkansas going 3-0 in the regional this week. Um, Kansas Jayhawks had other plans for the Hogs. Really disappointing tournament. All in all, when we really sit back and think about it, not terribly surprised that this group didn't get out of a regional. Um, I think after the little SEC tournament run, we got our hopes up a little bit and started they just started pulling us in like they tend to do. And uh but our kind of our true colors kind of showed in crunch time. And we'll just start with game one against Missouri State. um slow start. Obviously it's somewhat of a rivalry game like we talked about. um Arkansas elected to start Gabe Gackle. He had none of his good stuff. He just labored through, I think, 4, maybe 5 innings.
Uh-huh.
This has been like 4 days ago now, so I'm losing track here. Played a lot of games since then, but it was a 0-0. It was a low scoring game going into like the fourth or fifth, and the Hogs kind of broke it open late. Ended up
Uh-huh.
winning 9-5. Um, Lord, that game was a long time ago. I'm having trouble remembering. Uh, but yeah, Gabe went four innings, gave up 3 earned runs, 85 pitches through 4 innings. Still leaves, had to come in, kind of weather the storm. Then Parker Coyle and Ethan McIlvain came in and finished it off. Uh, so it wasn't a great game. It wasn't a great game. Arkansas was down 3-1 going into the fifth. Scored 6 runs in the fifth to pull away 9-5. Get the big one everybody was asking for the next night. Kansas in front of all 3,000 of their fans that know nothing about baseball. They probably don't even know they're playing in a super regional this weekend. They probably think they're going straight to Omaha. Um, but needless to say, the primetime matchup, national TV, got your ace, Hunter Dietz on the mound. Uh, and the bottom line is the bats. It's been the same thing we've seen for all this year and several other years. Razorbacks 3 base hits, 3 base hits in the regional semifinal game. Um, it's just pathetic against a pitcher who's just a decent pitcher. It's not like they were throwing Hagen Smith at us or
Uh-huh.
Randy Johnson. I mean, he's a kid with like a 4 ERA. I mean, and we just had no answers. Um, really frustrating because if you lose that game, you have a really, really long road ahead of you to try to advance. But Hunter Dietz, man, six and a third, 14 strikeouts for Hunter Dietz. Um, he had one bad pitch. He threw 116 pitches. He had one bad pitch,
Mhm.
and the kid hit a 2-run homer off of it, and, but, just going back to that game, like I said, I've told a bunch of people this. If Hunter Dietz has 14 strikeouts and Reese Robinette hits a 2-run home run, he had 2 home runs on the whole year. He hit his
Mhm.
3rd home run to give you a 3-1 lead. He's had 2 all year. Those 2 things happening mean you gotta win the ballgame.
Yeah, which I was gonna ask, I just wanted to ask the fellow college baseball expert, was Robinette hurt, like, through part of
He
the
missed.
year?
Yeah, yeah, he missed. He missed some
Okay,
of the year.
okay.
Um,
I just what I knew that, I just wanted to
he
confirm
may he
with
may
you.
have it may have even been up to a month he missed. But,
Okay,
I mean, he played Lord, he played 40 games, 30,
okay,
35
well, then,
games.
yeah, I was super surprised to see that stat come up when he was at bat. He had, like, 2 home runs on the whole year, and I was like,
Yeah.
he's a pretty good, or it felt like he was a pretty good home run hitter last year.
No,
Uh,
no.
okay.
He was no, he has I think, he has 9 in his career.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Well, I'm mistaken.
and that was before he went
But
off this weekend and hit, like, 3 this weekend, but,
yeah, yeah,
but he's a big old boy, so naturally you would think he hit one in Omaha last year,
yeah.
like, he's yeah,
Maybe
he's
that's what's triggering the memory.
he's
But
postseason home run guy,
yeah,
I guess, and, but no, he's not a huge power guy, which is not good for your first baseman that's
yeah,
6'4" and country strong, but needless to say, that's what makes it so frustrating is you had 2 things go right,
yeah,
and you muster up 3 base hits,
yeah. Well, and the biggest moment I think, or the biggest miss in that game, I'm pretty sure it was before Kansas tied it with the home run. Was we had second and third with Helfrich up,
Uh-huh.
and he couldn't convert, and I think that was the pivotal, because I think, if I'm remembering correctly, again, I've slept since then, or not slept since then. Uh, but I think that would have put us up maybe 5-1, and that's a different mindset that Kansas has going into that. If you're able to just get a base hit and knock those
Yeah,
two in,
yeah.
um, yeah, I felt like that was a big miss when we didn't convert that. I was a little worried, and then definitely when they homered to tie it, that was, you know,
Yeah.
worrisome. But
It's been all year, n not only this recently, it's been all year, it's been for years and years and years that this team, Arkansas, just can't they struggle with runners in scoring position.
mhm,
Like, they always have, and, I think it goes back to the approach, and I'm not gonna sit on here and call for Nate Thompson's head, even though I've been calling for it for a long time. Um, Arkansas offensively has been very, very mediocre, even below average for several you remember, like, when Kevin Kopps was pitching,
mhm.
you
Oh,
know
we were winning games like 3-1 then
yeah, it
with
was every
him.
game,
Yeah.
and then we lose in the super regional North Carolina State, 2-1, and the game before that, it was 5-1 or something,
Mhm,
and, they just never now, what happened was last year's team was so loaded. They had so much talent, such good players. They brought in
mhm,
Davalon, they brought in Kojal, they brought in, obviously they had Wahiva and they brought in Iredale and Justin Thomas. They were just loaded with talent.
mhm.
And that team obviously could really, really hit.
Yeah.
And that like saved the last 3 or 4 years of our offense being trash. Like, oh, all right, well, we figured it out. No, we had one really good group of really good players that we couldn't coach down. And
Mhm,
then this year we're right back to it.
mhm.
Um, that's kind of a whole nother topic. But uh, yeah, really frustrating offensive performance, losing 5-3, 3 base hits. So then you got to come through the losers bracket. You got to beat Northeastern on Sunday morning. We do that 10-9. Um, we you got a bunch of bums out there pitching for Northeastern, and we finally put up some runs on the board and got the bats going a little bit. Um, obviously just squeaking by. Our bullpen's starting to get stretched. We were up 10-6 going into the ninth, let Northeastern score 3 runs, runner on second with 2 outs. I mean, just
Yeah.
a just an epic, noon game on a Sunday of an elimination game. And then you get another chance Sunday night at Kansas. You gotta beat him twice. Gotta beat him Sunday, gotta turn around, beat him Monday, get to advance to the supers, and Arkansas jumps up 5-0. And you're like, ooh, maybe the Arkansas, the name, the charisma, the whatever it is, maybe the experience is going to carry us to at least a pivotal elimination game tomorrow with all the pressure on Kansas at home.
Mhm.
And after being up 5-0, we blink and we're down 8-5, you know. And so, anyways, Hogs end up getting beat. Um, really frustrating, 13-10. I mean, Kansas's offense is pretty good, but our pitching, it just runs thin. It was not very good anyways. It was just kind of
Mhm.
average, and you only had 2 or 3 pretty good arms, and everybody else just kind of underachieved or regressed a little bit, just is not ready. Um, and it's just hard to, it's hard to overcome that losers bracket in these tournaments. You're seeing it over and over again from a bunch of teams. But anyways, Kansas moves on. Um, Arkansas baseball's over. Just before we move on to talk about more baseball stuff, kind of just your thoughts on the regional tournament as a whole.
Well, and then of course on Monday I was going to add Oklahoma beats Georgia Tech
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
send Georgia Tech home on
And
Monday.
make no
So,
mistake about it. I know Georgia Tech was a 2 seed, but
mhm.
almost everybody, like the analysts, were picking Georgia Tech to win the Natty, not
Yeah,
UCLA. A
yeah,
lot of people were picking Georgia Tech.
yeah,
So you're kind of went from having a tough regional draw, super regional draw to, oh, now you have a pretty much a clear path to Omaha if you beat
yeah.
Kansas. But yeah,
So in that situation, if if the if we were to if we would have won and Oklahoma beats Georgia Tech, is there a chance we get to host the
yeah,
Super?
we would have hosted the super
So
because
stupid.
I know in the day, I'm not sure how they determine it, but now they seed 1 through 32. Even
Oh,
though
okay.
even though only 16 get a host, they
Yeah,
seed through 32,
gotcha. Okay,
and that higher seed would have had it. So,
okay. Damn it.
yeah, so not only
Yeah.
would we went to the supers, we would have hosted.
See,
Some
so dumb. And there
right.
was and just going back real quick, there was a moment in I think it was in the Kansas game where I don't know, we gave up a hit where we had a righty and a lefty in the bullpen. We brought in the righty. He walks a guy.
Oh,
They
James
left.
O'Connor.
Oh, dude, he had a horrible series or
Yeah.
a horrible
Yeah.
regional,
Yes,
uh,
yes.
terrible regional. But um, he walks the guy. They leave him in to face the left-hander, and I was screaming at the TV like, "Bring in the left-hander to go lefty on lefty."
Yeah.
We keep what's December or whatever his name
The
is.
Kramer. Yeah.
Uh, his name looked like December on his back of his jersey, but I realized it was missing the B, so I just kept
Yeah.
calling him December. Uh, I'm obviously not well versed in our deep relief pitching, but I was like screaming to bring in the lefty on lefty matchup, and then what does he do? He gives up a hit. They score, and then we bring in the lefty, and he does good work to end the inning. And I was like, and
Yeah.
they took the lead on that. And I was like, gosh dang it. Anyway, so sorry you asked me about the season ending, but I just wanted to throw out that just make it happen. You could have hosted a super, but
Well, and I can't do the whole walking in bases loaded walks, like,
oh,
in the
dude,
SEC. I mean,
oh my
he
gosh,
he he came in to face their stud who hit like 5 homers on us on the weekend,
Yeah.
and he bounced one right off the bat.
Yeah.
So runners went to second and third, had first base open, so we intentionally walk him. I'm fine with that, walking him.
Right. Yeah.
He's smoked us.
Yeah.
Then he walks in the next run. He walks him in.
Wasn't it
And
like 4 pitches?
yeah,
4,
it was like
5 at the most.
it was like 4 or 5 pitches, not even competitive,
Yeah.
and then he walked in a guy this pat on Sunday. He did it
Yeah.
again with the bases
Yes.
loaded. I
Yes.
mean, just
Dude.
throw strike, man. Some people just aren't
Yeah.
made for it, man.
Throwing strikes is the equivalent of like making free throws in basketball. Like just uh if not even worse. Like
Oh,
just
I think it's worse. I think it's
uh
100% worse.
yeah, like just you're a Division 1 pitch, not even Division 1, you're top tier SEC
Yeah,
pitcher.
yeah,
Throw strike, especially relief pitch. Like you got one job. It's
yeah.
it's well, I take it back. I compared it to extra point kicking in football.
There you go.
Like you have, I mean, a kicker has one job, but like an extra point is a chip shot. Like just throw strikes. Like let
Yeah.
like I've always been let the
Let your defense
defense
work. Yep.
let your defense work. Like gosh, yeah, irritating as all get out. But yes, I get more fired up than I should. But anyway, season as a whole, obviously we've said it throughout the year. This didn't feel like a traditional Razorback caliber team that we've come to expect, and just disappointing overall. We should never not I mean, you can argue that we got robbed not hosting a regional, but in the same vein, can't blame the refs for one call defining a game. Like your body of work, you should have done more throughout the season to solidify hosting a regional and not let it be a toss up between you and one other team or whatever. But um yeah, I mean, just disappointing. It's the only word I could throw out is just disappointed.
Yeah, I
And I
mean,
mean, you
it's the
can't.
monster that he's built. It's the monster
Yeah.
that he's built.
Yeah.
You gotta feed it.
Yeah.
Essentially, you lost in the round of 32, which is the second round of the NCAA tournament in basketball,
Hmm.
and a lot of teams would love that,
Yeah.
but not here.
Yeah.
I mean, and not and the frustrating thing. So if you listen to Dave's comments after the game, and he said things throughout the year. I'm a press conference junkie. Like it doesn't matter what sport. After every basketball game, I watch Cal. After every football game, I watch press. Like I love watching the coaches' press conferences. And even in baseball, after every game, even if I didn't get to watch a game, I watch press conference the next morning probably. Um, but Dave has said numerous times this year, like he's went back to like, yeah, we weren't very good in the fall. The fall, we've came a long way since the fall. And so I think in the fall they kind of saw some things like we ain't got it.
Hmm.
Like, because he's brought that up numerous times. He brought it up again on yesterday's press conference. And I think 3 or 4 times he said yesterday's press conference, it is what it is. And that's a telltale sign. Whenever your coach is saying that, like he was frustrated with them. I don't think he enjoyed this team.
Hmm.
Um, there was a lot of rumors of him and Hunter kind of butting heads on NIL and funding and rev share. There's a lot of rumors about that. And I've read that that's been fixed. Like Hunter's anteed up, and has given baseball more than what I guess they've met in the middle or something. Dave's happy now, apparently.
Okay.
Um, but, he did say in the press conference, kind of with that. It's funny, Van Horn, like, he's really good at getting to the point. He doesn't dodge questions, but
Hmm.
he doesn't really elaborate. He just kinda gets to the point and just drops it.
Hmm.
But, he said a couple times in his press conference, he's like, "We're gonna be more active in the portal than we've ever been." Like, he just straight up said it. Like,
Hmm.
and if you look at this portal class that he brought in, I mean, it was a bunch of mm, misses is a good word for
Hmm.
it. I mean, um, decent players, but not SEC caliber players.
Yeah.
And and they just didn't hit. Third base, Pompey struggled most of the year, and Zach Stewart, he ended up hitting like 15 home runs, but 240 batting average. And
Mhm.
Micah New at center, everybody hyped him up. He tore up the Cape Cod League. He got benched halfway through the year. Not great. Um, Damian Ruiz, I actually liked Ruiz a little bit in left field. But they didn't get any of the big name guys out of the portal. They kind of went, what's Sam Pittman say, blue light special. Um,
Oh, yeah.
that one here. Um, but I've got Dave talked about the starting pitching not being very good. They didn't get anybody out of the portal starting pitching wise, and I think he's going to dominate the portal. Maybe I'm being a fan, but just based off his vibes, he kept saying, we've got a plan. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna be active in the portal, more active than we've ever been. We're gonna go address this need. Like he just came out and said it. And
Mhm.
so I'm pretty optimistic. Um, I'll also say this. I don't know if you've heard this stat. Do you know how many of the 8 teams from Omaha last year are still playing right now?
I have no knowledge of it. I'll
Yeah,
just throw out a number 2.
0,
Oh, okay. Outstanding.
0. And the transfer portal for baseball opened today.
Okay.
And there's a narrative out there that I need to go back and look at the year before, but LSU didn't even make the tournament. Louisville, who's been really good at baseball, didn't even make the tournament. Um, UCLA's bounced out. Oregon State's bounced out. So if the portal opens today, which is June the 1st, and you're playing into Omaha towards the end of June, Dave said it. He's like, we can try the best we can to do both, work the portal and be in Omaha, trying to prepare to win a championship. But he's
Mhm.
like, all the big names are on visits while we're in Omaha. And by the
Yeah.
time we get back to town, they're already committed.
Mhm.
And I, I think there's something to that. I mean, I
Yeah.
do. Now,
No, it makes sense.
yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I think they need to fix the calendar. I mean, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous that the portal's open today and there's still 20 something teams playing college
Yeah.
baseball right now. Um, But I think there's something to that. The fact that there's no teams that were in Omaha last year playing yet or still,
Mhm.
and then just the logistics of it, like you can hit them up on the phone all you want, and you think you can have a staff of guys who are recruiting these guys or scouting these transfer portal guys. But deep down, I mean, what is Dave's head on? What is Nate Thompson? What is Matt Hobbs doing in Omaha? They're
Mhm.
not worried. They're not watching film on some kid from Marshall or Kent State that's in
Yeah.
the portal that can help next year,
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think there may be something to that. So I'm hoping we really spend up in the portal, go get some studs, like studs.
Mhm.
Um, the only problem is guess who else isn't playing right now? LSU. Guess who else isn't playing? Tennessee. Like, so you got some other teams who are also about to just
Yeah.
go crazy in the portal also. But does
Yeah.
that make sense to you? Like, that makes sense to me.
No, absolutely, yeah. That's, yeah, it's like everything with the NCAA, all the calendars are stupid and off and dumb and like like Nick Saban and Lane Kiffin, all those guys have been hammered for years. It's like, can we stop with the academic calendar based on sports? Like, we're not we're not
It's
dude.
just
You're
different.
you're
I
you're
mean,
gonna tell me Darius Acuff and Malik Thomas were 100% class attendees over the last 2
yeah,
months. Like
yeah.
like, the
But in
academic
in
count.
baseball, even more so, like, in
Yeah,
football, obviously, you're starting practice way before school starts.
yeah,
Like, basketball too, really. Like, in
yeah,
baseball, man, you can butt it all the way up till the first day of school. I mean,
yeah,
baseball season I know you have fall camp and practice and all that, but baseball season doesn't even start until school starts at work like,
yeah,
you could push out all the way back.
yeah,
You could easily go July 1 to August 1 for the portal in
yeah,
baseball. I
yeah,
mean, um, but yeah, I mean, the calendars are insane. Uh,
yeah, it's so dumb.
But anyways, bottom line is, and I've said this for years, you can ask my wife, she's tired of hearing about it. I'm afraid Dave's loyalty to Nate Thompson is going to prevent him from ever winning a championship. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, because the numbers don't lie. I could pull up all the stats, and if somebody wants to get in the comments and say I don't know what I'm talking about, I'll have all the homework for the next pod. But like the stats don't lie. It's it's every year except for last year, when we were just uber talented. But I mean, just offensively, we just continue to be subpar, and Dave won't make a change. And I've heard Nate Thompson's the best recruiter. Well, I don't care how good you can recruit if you can't coach them up when you get here. I don't care. I mean,
Yeah.
like it's not like basketball where you can just like go get dudes. Like, hey, let's just go get the 5 best dudes. Baseball, like
Hmm.
there's so many intricacies
Yeah.
and the hit, the mechanics of hitting, and I mean it's just different. So,
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, I think Dave needs to make a change with his hitting coach. And to be honest with you, I think we had four four or five like good players on this team, like really good players.
Hmm.
And that's just not gonna cut it. I mean, Ryder Helfrich, it's like the number 6 overall draft prospect. Cam Kojal had 20 something bombs and 80 something RBIs. He'll get drafted in probably the second or third round. Obviously, Hunter Dietz was a special ace. Gabe Gackle, he never really put it together as a starter, but as a reliever last year, he was unbelievable. As a
Hmm.
freshman, a closer, he was unbelievable, and he ended up having pretty good numbers this year, even though maybe it wasn't quite what we thought it would be.
Yeah.
Uh, Ethan McIlvain, he throws 97, 98 from the left side. Had a 1 ERA this year out of the bullpen. Like those are really like the only 5 guys I would say that are like dudes.
Yeah.
Like like let's make a run SEC caliber Omaha dudes.
Hmm.
You may have some. I'm not saying everybody else sucks, but I'm just like, just to make a run, you could have one of those other guys. You can't have 4 or 5 of those other guys that are just
Hmm.
okay. So,
Yeah.
um, I don't know. It's frustrating. I know we didn't cover a ton of baseball until after basketball season got over, but like I said, I mean, I watch every game, even if I'm not quite into it yet. Even during basketball season, I'm watching games, and then when it gets to this time of year, dude, I'm all baseball. Like I love it. I love going to Omaha. I love going to the regionals, the super regionals, and I mean, yeah, and baseball is a weird sport. We know that the best team doesn't always win in baseball. I mean, how many years in a row did the 1 seed not win the national championship in Omaha? It was like
Yeah.
15 years running or something,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so. It's a weird sport. Um, but the calendar or the bracket is crazy looking right now. In this, let me pull up the bracket. Like one of the super regionals is Little Rock and Troy.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Either Little Rock or Troy is going to the College World Series.
Yeah.
How frustrating. I mean, how frustrating is that? You have Cal Poly and West Virginia. I mean, once again, West Virginia didn't even play baseball. No one's ever heard of West Virginia baseball. And Cal Poly. You got Georgia is playing the winner of Ole Miss is playing the winner of Auburn and Milwaukee. Now, assuming Auburn will win that, but Lord, you never know. I don't know. Let me see what that they're playing as we speak, as we film this. Um, Auburn's up 3-2 in the sixth on Milwaukee, so it could be Ole Miss and Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just you got St. John's. I mean, St. John's wins the Florida State Regional. Oklahoma upsets Georgia Tech, like we talked about. So there's a lot of teams that you just feel like you're better than. You just had missed opportunities.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I mean, West Virginia, Cal Poly, Troy, and Little Rock are not only two of those going to the Omaha. One of those is going to win their first round game in Omaha. They're in the same quadrant.
Yeah.
Like either Cal Poly, West Virginia, Troy, or Little Rock will be 1-0 in Omaha.
Yeah.
So it's just it's just a kick in the nuts.
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
What do you do if Little Rock wins a College World Series before Arkansas?
I can't. I can't. I've been on record saying that this baseball program is cursed. Last year solidified that for me. Like
Hmm.
after 2018 and the Cops year where we were the number one seed and won the most SEC games of all time and didn't even get out of the supers. We've had some heartbeats even before 2018 in Omaha, some heartbreaks. We were up 2-0, and got beat by South Carolina twice that one year, to go to the finals and in
Yeah.
Omaha. And so we've had a bunch of heartbreak. Uh, but after last year, with everything that had to go wrong in that LSU game, everything that could go wrong did.
Hmm.
Whether it was Wahiva going to third on that play instead of turning the double play and into the game, whether it was Reese Robinette going out of position to field that ground ball that was clearly Cam Kojal's at second, the ball hitting Davalon in the where I still don't know where it hit Davalon. The line
Oh
drive
yeah,
to it,
on the head.
yeah, I mean, it's just a curse, and I don't have any explanation or reason for it. So um, it's tough. It's tough. Life
Yeah,
as a Hog fan is tough. So,
yeah,
anyways, yeah, baseball season's over. We'll touch on if they get any good portal hits. We're in the dog days of summer, so we will be talking about baseball portal hits when they happen.
yeah.
Um,
Softball is also tragically over.
that was next on the rundown. Softball,
Yeah.
unbelievable game against Nebraska. We were filming the last
Uh,
pod, watching it live.
yes.
Just a heartbreak.
Heartbreaking
Up by
loss for
one
that.
in the ninth. We just need 3 outs, and girl hits a solo shot to send it to extras, and you just it's just the diamond sports for the Arkansas. Just
Yeah,
obviously did not near to the same level as baseball, but you just hate it for the softball and Courtney Difel because they obviously it bled over into that next game. They had trouble moving on
yeah,
from it, and they just kinda came out a little flat and got spanked pretty good by UCLA. But once again, first trip to OKC,
yeah,
you know, you gotta give it to them. They had a great, great, great year. So
yeah,
they will be back as long as she doesn't get poached.
yeah,
I mean, I don't see how she was not a super hot commodity if any other big softball jobs come open. So,
yeah.
uh, anyways, NBA finals are set. We have the Knicks and the San Antonio Spurs. Yes, you heard it right. San
Party
Antonio.
like it's 1999.
That's right. Goes into OKC game 7 and wins. Really not that close. I mean, it ended up probably being 5 or 6 point game, but it wasn't that close. San Antonio led the whole game. Wimby he was pissed he didn't get the MVP over SGA. And I mean, props to the Spurs, man. They're ahead of schedule. Like
Way
everybody
ahead.
saw this coming in a couple years, but they're way ahead of schedule. And they just got a generational player. Like I told all you casuals out there, if you haven't watched Wimby play, just watch him play for a quarter. Even if you don't like the NBA, flip it on, watch this dude play for a quarter and a half. He is a unique, special, generational talent. What he can do for his size. It's really cool to me seeing the Knicks in the finals. Obviously, I'm not a Knicks fan, but
Yeah.
the Knicks have just seemed like one of those cursed franchises that they get beat in the Eastern Conference Finals a lot. They always have high expectations. They never make it. And I just
Hmm.
think it'd be cool seeing Madison Square Garden, NBA Finals,
Oh yeah.
Celebrity Row. Uh,
Yeah.
I think that would be really neat. But yeah, you interested at all? A little bit, not really.
No, yeah. We flipped it over after what was that? The Kansas game that we lost. Uh, the NBA finals were going. Uh, so we flipped it on, um, and watched basically the second half. And yeah, so it was. I really thought Oklahoma City would pull it out for whatever reason,
And
experience more than
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
And every time they made a run to pull it close, San Antonio would just hit like 2 threes in a row and just stop any run that Oklahoma City was making. So kudos to them. It was like I knew Popovich retired, but I had no idea who the Spurs coach was. They kept showing him. They kept showing like 2 dudes. I think one of them's the guy going to like the Magic. Is going to be the new Magic head coach or something.
Oh,
Um, but the other guy looks. I mean,
he's
the other guy
young.
looks like if like Disney Channel was like making a basketball movie, like that's who they would cast as like the head coach. Is what it looked like.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's I'm not gonna say that it's must see TV for all 7 games, but no, I'll tune in to at least a couple games just to like you said, it'll be fun to see the Garden in the finals. It's been 19, like you and I were in what, probably 5th grade
Mhm.
last time they were in the finals. So that's why I said party like it's 1999 and Spurs Knicks in the 99 finals. So
Yeah.
that was one year removed from Michael Jordan, first finals without Mike in like 8 years. So well, other than the 2 that he was playing baseball, but yeah, the 2 Houston wins. But yeah, no, I'll tune in a little bit. Wemby, like you said, is crazy to watch. Just he had a, like I said, we only watched the second half, and that's really about the most of the playoffs that I've watched this year. But dude, he like got it on the low post, but he was like, I don't know, 3 feet outside the block and just jumped off 2 feet and dunked it from like,
It's
and
crazy,
it was
dude.
the
It's
dumbest
just
thing I've ever
crazy.
seen. I was like, how did he dunk that? I mean, I
It
guess if
is
you're
crazy.
7'4" and your wingspan is 30 feet long, but
And then the
yeah,
next possession, he'll hit a step back three, like,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
just
he'll block 3 shots in,
yeah,
5 minutes. It's just wild.
yeah,
Um, yeah, it was crazy. It was like I was the same way as you. I guess that's how it played out because I flipped it over in the second half, that game 7, and I mean, SGA, man, like, he had 35 points. I mean, he did all he could do as the
hmm
reigning MVP, very efficient scoring.
Chet was nowhere to be
Chet
found.
was just apparently, I don't know all the details on this, but Chet and Wemby kinda have a thing, uh, like a beef, and I guess Chet just is intimidated, can't step up to the challenge, just I mean, because Chet's an all-star. Was it last year or 2 years ago? He was an all-star, and, 7 foot 1, 2, whatever he is, and a
J
key
Will was getting
contributor.
more second half PT than Chet.
Yeah, Chet had 4 points and 4 rebounds. I mean, that's just you're not gonna win. And yeah, J Will 11 points
Yeah,
and 10 boards, a double-double in game 7
yeah,
for J Will, dude. That's crazy. I'm so happy for him
yeah.
because he did. I mean, he rode the pine his first couple years. Like, he didn't hardly play at all.
hmm
Very, very, very rare. I mean, spot
Yeah.
minutes. And then when he would finally get in the rotation, and then, like, last year in the playoffs, when you crunch your rotation in the playoffs, he was on the outside looking in, didn't get any minutes. But yeah, dude, playing huge minutes, Jay Will.
hmm
So really, really happy for him. Uh,
Yeah.
I mean, they got beat, but he's getting to see big. I mean, he guarded Wimby a lot of this series. He was one
hmm
guard Wimby. So
Yeah.
pretty neat. Repping Arkansas, obviously. Hey, National Sports Podcast, #1 hockey podcast, Stanley Cup Finals. Who's in it?
The we're gonna go the Sharks and the Capitals.
Close. You got one on the East Coast and one on the West Coast. That's good.
I was trying to go coast.
Yeah.
Let me take a real stab at it. Let's go Las Vegas Knights versus the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Okay. Las Vegas Knights is correct.
All right. I thought I saw a highlight of
Yeah.
them doing something.
Yeah. Carolina Hurricanes is
Oh,
their,
that was gonna be my next guess.
yeah, I feel like they've been in it once or twice the last 4 or 5 years. They've been pretty good if I remember
I didn't
right.
know that was a hockey team.
Um,
I knew Tampa Bay had won a couple in
yeah,
there.
yeah, they have, they have.
Uh, and I know the St. Louis Blues because I was born in St. Louis.
The Anaheim Ducks,
I know
Mighty
the
Ducks.
Dallas Stars. Uh, I know the Mighty Ducks for obvious reasons.
Not
But
not the NHL team.
right, no. That I mean, I'll say this. Maybe the sickest logo in all of sports is the Ducks old school
Oh,
the
yeah.
purple and teal logo with the I
Teal.
mean they had a freaking cartoon for goodness sakes for a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah.
Um no, yeah. But
Man, I
no,
wish I could get into hockey. Like, I know if we had a team, I would be.
I
Um,
could get into it if we if we had a team. I look, dude, I went to some like Riverblades and Glacier Cats games
ooh,
back in the day in
oh
Little
my,
Rock,
oh
minor
my
league hockey.
goodness. Oh my goodness. I
Went to
haven't
a
heard.
couple of those.
Ooh,
Um,
I couldn't even
but
have named those. If you would have quizzed me on who those two teams were, I would not have been able to come up with that. I mean,
oh the
obviously, now that you say it, I remember them. But
yeah,
yeah, wow, the Glacier Cats. Yeah.
they were the less popular team because they played at uh uh Barton
Barton.
Coliseum,
Yeah.
the dump, and the Riverblades got to play at Alltel
All
Arena.
tail,
So
which is now
um
Simmons, right? I think it's Simmons now.
Simmons Bank Arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before that, it was Verizon, I think. So
Yes. Yeah, it was Alltel Verizon.
Alltel back in the day for the real OGs,
Yeah,
it was Alltel Arena in Little Rock.
correct.
Also, where
Correct.
they played the state basketball championships
Yeah.
back in the day. So,
Yeah.
anyways, but yeah,
No, that's
NHL.
good. I learned that Carolina has a hockey team.
Yeah. Now, don't ask me if it's in North or South Carolina, but
It's got to be North. I don't think South Carolina has anything.
yeah,
But they always just say Carolina so that they can include
that's right. Ticket
both. But
sales.
Charlotte's close to the. I mean, it's closer to the border. I think.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I
Yeah.
used to be good at geography,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's a
But yeah,
shared thing.
NHL fans, hope you enjoyed the Stanley Cup Finals.
Absolutely.
Anyways, I think that's about gonna everybody, do not, I urge you, do not get on masters.com and put in for the Masters lottery. Just don't do that. Let me and Andrew handle the Masters lottery
Yeah.
tickets. We'll
Yeah.
we'll we'll do it for everybody.
Yeah.
But those of you that are like thinking about it, it's that time of year. Just don't do that. Me and Andrew will take care of the lottery.
Yeah.
We'll call you if your name gets
I
called.
heard they're switching up how they do it anyway. So, just wait until, I
Like
think they said,
July 15th, maybe. Try.
yeah, I think July 1st is when it opens
Okay.
actually. So,
All
yeah, whenever you're thinking of the Masters next year, just July 1st
Yeah.
is when
Yeah.
it opens.
Yeah. Just need to put that public service announcement out there.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely.
as we wrap up, we are getting into as we call them, the dog days of summer Razorback sports. No offense to any Razorback sports that are currently being played right now, if there is any. I guess
Apparently
track and field
track,
still going on.
because I drove through Pinnacle area the other day, and there was like these bus stop signs, and it was like Texas A&M parking only, Kansas
At the
parking only.
Hotel Avail. I
Yeah,
saw that. I
and
saw that.
yeah, and then I saw a girl walking down the sidewalk like Texas Tech stuff on it. So I was like,
Yeah.
I was asking my buddy. I have a buddy that works for one of the big busing companies here, and so he always knows like what events are happening. And so I was like, "What's going on?" Like, what? I was like, I couldn't even almost guess what was going on. He was like track and field, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense."
That's our
So,
best sport. It's our best sport. Good luck.
1000%.
Good luck to the track and field teams. But so
Yeah.
we have decided that we are going to move the podcast going forward to one day a week. Just through the summer. Um, the first week of August, we'll pick it back up 2 days a week as we get into football fall camp, start doing prep. Um, depth chart breakdowns, obviously SEC, previews and all that. But from now moving forward, so there will be no podcast this Friday. It'll be every Tuesday. We'll have a pod. We will still go over all the latest sports news, announcements, everything important, portal additions, whether it's basketball, baseball, whatever. And then we will have some sort of ranking for entertainment purposes. It could be food rankings, restaurant rankings, hot takes, conspiracy theories, favorite Razorbacks of all time in whatever sport, top 5 favorite Razorback football players, and why, whatever. And then we are still very much so planning on doing a couple live food reviews through Northwest Arkansas, live on location. I'm not sure how often we'll do that, but we are in the process of checking in the equipment needed that we will need to do something like that on location. So some different stuff, kind of chill down before we get back in the stressful uh, season of football season. So kind of just have some fun, relax. If you got any restaurants you want us to hit up, we'd be glad to do it, or any kind of cool rankings. We would we'll be glad to rank really anything.
Yep.
So
We'll do it.
we'll be getting creative for sure. So, Andrew, final thoughts as we move into the dog days of summer, going 1 day a week. Final words.
Yeah. Wish I could say I was proud of the baseball team, but I don't know if that
No,
really
no,
works.
no.
But no, let's it's the endless cycle of, let's have a great football season. Well, there's always basketball and then baseball. Dear Lord, please save us. Yeah, I actually made a post that went viral one time, and I've seen it posted several times. Like it was like a couple years ago, and I've seen it posted by just random people recently. And I had my little name like kind of hidden in the post, my little handle, my Instagram handle or whatever,
Mhm.
hidden in the post, and over time it gets like blurred out or whatever. So, but you could see that there was one there, and it was mine. So, if
That's
you ever
funny.
see the hog cycle
That's funny.
cycling around the internet, that was me. But
That's
um, anyway, no, let's just have a good summer because I don't know how good or bad football is going to
that's
be.
that's the
Uh,
thing is like my 9-year-old Parker, he's like, "Can we just go to basketball? Can we skip football?" And like when you're 9-year-old saying that, like when I was 9, I was like, "Dude, yeah, Clint Sterner, dude, Cedric Cox,
yes,
let's go,"
yes,
uh, and
yeah,
it's really frustrating that I mean, I seriously got the question, Dad, why are we never good at football, but we're always good at basketball and baseball? Like, why are we not good at football? And I'm like, yeah, if I think back, yeah, you've never really got to experience decent football, So,
yeah,
the one year we went to the Outback Bowl, KJ Jefferson's,
yeah,
I mean, that was Traylon Burke's year, but I
yeah,
mean, if we're gonna sit here and do cartwheels over making the Outback Bowl, then it just shows you where we're at. So,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, so maybe Silverfield will get us rolling. Uh,
Or you give him a fair shot
yeah, we are.
until
We are.
until he doesn't. So
That's exactly right. So, anyways, all right, that'll wrap us up. We will be back next Tuesday. Uh, leave us a comment, like, subscribe, give us some ideas. Throw out some cool ideas for us to
yeah,
cover, talk about, rank, special guest hosts, whatever. We are all ears as we hit the summer days. So I hope everybody has a great week, and we will be back on Tuesday. Woo pig.
woo pig, stay classy and every